a new perception into a new humanity. You know, one of the things that has been really clear lately is how we as humans can really dig our heels in to a certain perspective, and we're seeing that right now globally. But I want to ask you, are you digging your heels in on a perspective or a divide in your own life right now? You know, for years, my whole life really, I've been helping people change their perspective. People come to me with their stories, their situations, their experiences, their issues, their problems, and immediately I'm tuned into a different perspective on it. And it's only recently that I've really understood this as a beautiful gift and really how I serve, one of the ways I serve on this planet at this time. And finding a new perspective on any situation in your life actually changes your reality. But as humans, we really can get dug in to the old perspective, not wanting to move forward from it. And I think what's happening globally at the moment is a really great example of how that can happen within us. And you know, we can have a really dug in perspective on a story, and no matter what someone says to us, we won't budge. And yet that non-budging will keep the same reality. Now, if it's a reality that you love and if you're having a great time, fantastic. If it's a reality that is making you fearful or angry or sad or holding you in grief or any of those lower emotions, then a change of perspective could actually change that as well. And you know, I just love it when I can help people like this, because it truly does change everything. Now, let's talk about our perspectives. And as I've said, the only thing that really is keeping us in our experiences and our perspective is how we choose to allow ourselves to feel. The external you are experiencing is simply proof of your perspective or your belief or how you feel about things. It's proof of what you are emanating. So, for example, I was working with a client recently and I was able to show her that the experiences that were showing up for her were actually just proof of something that she took on, a belief, a perspective, a protection that she took on very early in her life, a belief, a protection that was keeping her safe emotionally. And then a whole lot of experiences in her life that had rolled out were proving that. They were just proof on the perspective. And, you know, she was really beautiful and open and ready to take on a different perspective. And changing that core perspective, that core belief, actually has created in a very short period of time a new reality for her, where new things are showing up to prove the new belief, to prove the new perspective. And it's just such a joy to see this unraveling. And you know, those things that are keeping us safe are not always bringing us joy in this moment, because you know, our life is unrolling. We're here to evolve. We're here to experience more than any limiting beliefs are allowing us to experience. And a change in perspective can really shift so much. And so, you know, the proof of insignificance and not being heard was the reality. Whereas the reality now is one of significance and value, and it's been proven every day in her physical experience. And this is the power of what you believe, or what you choose to believe. But you know, not everybody is ready for a change. Not everybody is ready for this change in perception. And you know, this is the thing, isn't it? So many heels are dug in, right? So, you know, it could be like the person I met recently who was still very in that grief and that sadness and that confusion of that hurt of a breakup that happened 2 years ago, right? That's really digging the heels in to a perception of herself that she can't move past. And, you know, someone recently who had lots of health issues, same as her family, but could only see the shadow or the grief or the negative side of things, and couldn't see all the beautiful, bright, happy, positive cards that I laid out for her, because her perspective was so dug in to the negativity of it all. And I'm not saying either of those is wrong or right. What I'm wanting to really say today is that you have a choice. And whatever way you choose to perceive things is going to be proven to you in the external. And so a change of perspective could change everything. It really does. It changes everything. So, as I said, whatever it is that you are choosing to believe or have as your reality right now, that's all okay as well. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to give you a new perspective, should you choose it, and a new way of seeing things so that you can really live your best life. Now, if you're being really hypnotized by the news right now, which I know many people are, and it's hard not to, and you know, you might feel that you need to take sides, one perspective over another, and you may have already done so, and that's all good. But I just want to say is that we are all right. Your perspective is right, and somebody else's perspective is right as well. We all have a different experience that brings us a different perspective. They're all unique. And I really feel that you know, part of becoming this new human is to have that perspective and not want everybody else or need anybody else to have the same opinion as you. And most of the time, the triggering here comes from your need to feel a certain way, right? And your need to feel a certain way will only come when that other person has a different point of view. And that is this triggering and what causes the disharmony. And so what if you didn't need somebody else to be a certain way for you to feel good? What if you just didn't? This is really the work. The work here is for you to feel better, to feel good, to feel free, to feel at peace, no matter what other people think or no matter what other people have as their perspective. You know, you are unique, and they are unique as well. So, you know, ask yourself, is it really true, the perspective I've got on things right now? Is it really true? The belief I took on, is it really true that that actually was the way it happened? Is it really true that I need to believe that anymore? Is that really true about me now? Is that really true about other people? It's these questions we ask ourselves that can really get us unstuck and can start to help change our reality. And the work now, I think, as we raise in vibration, the work is becoming easier. I don't think spirituality is difficult. Spirituality is you showing up as you and being okay with you, and as such being okay with all other people. That is living spirituality, and that is not difficult. So the work is not anything outside of yourself. The work is you being present. How am I showing up for myself right now? And am I allowing everybody else to show up as their unique self as well? And this is, going to help you when you come butting up against resistance, or if you can see somebody else in resistance, it won't worry you as much, and you won't need them to feel a certain way or be a certain way for you to feel good. And we have the law of polarity, which is everything has its opposite, and we have the law of correspondence, which is as above so below, and there will always be contrast. It's never going to be a world with one opinion. It's always going to be contrast. And so where do you fit into that? The new human sees life from a new perception, a whole new level of perception. And they understand, and you will understand, that everything playing out in front of you really is just a play, and that witness behind your eyes is the one that is witnessing it, but can also decide what the view is and can make those changes. So we really are here for a very short time, a blink of an eye. We are visiting here. We are one piece in a massive puzzle, and we're here for our humanness to expand our spirituality, to expand our soul, to expand our energy. And no matter what your journey is here in this lifetime, you get to choose. You absolutely get to choose. And when you're ready to choose a new perspective, things will change immediately for you. It's happening so fast now. It's happening so fast. So your perspective can keep you peaceful, joyful, happy, free, or your perspective can keep you feeling trapped, stuck, fearful, unhappy. So what will you choose today? As a human, you've got that power. You've got that power to choose right now. And you, as a soul, you also know that whatever you choose is perfect, and everything is okay, and all is well, and there is no pressure. But if you do want to change anything, you have that power, and it all starts with a new perception. So what will you choose today?